What's up, world? My name is Kevin. This page go by Aura Points. I'm here to talk about spiritual warfare, being chosen. I'm here to enlighten those who don't know what's going on. I'm here to bring truth to the world. And that's what I'm here for. Everyone think being chosen is fun. It's not fun at all. You know, like, they might see your energy and think, oh, he got it easy, or whatever they think. Nothing about this is easy. You see, this day and age, it's like energy's currency. And you walk around, everybody want to drain you, everybody wants your energy. You know what I'm saying? Some people cool, some people ain't. Where I'm at, unfortunately, there's a lot of people who send spiritual attacks to me throughout the night. I woke up this morning feeling like I've been attacked all night last night. When I lay on the bed, I felt some vibrations coming from under the bed. I don't know what that's about. I get off the bed, I go lay on the table, the same vibrations going through the table. It's like, I can't lay on the floor. It's like, you know, like, I gotta get my life together so I can move into my own space. When you sleep all night and you wake up still tired and you gotta deal with certain people, it's like, it gets crazy. I don't know what people think. I ain't asked for this. I just woke up one day and realized I was chosen. I ain't asked to be chosen. It's not my fault, my heart pure. It's not my fault. I see good in everything, even the bad people. You know what I'm saying? Really not my fault. Sometimes I see things and I hold it down, you know? Because everybody got their own objective. I can't just be friends with anybody. When I become friends with people, it don't last too long. It's like they chill with me for a little while and they start acting funny. The other day I walked in the store, I'm listening to my music, and the music not even loud. The store owner like want to throw his authority around. Hey, turn your music off. Man, I put my shit down and left, man. So I ain't got time for this, bro. But this is stuff that come with it, man. It's like, it be little minute things, man, but it adds up during the day when you just like, why everybody's so envious? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when you chosen, you don't walk around hating on people. You actually congratulate them. And I see people win, I feel good for them. It actually gives me motivation, especially when it's the people that I was close to. I used to watch them win, it give me motivation to win. But that's not how they see it when I win. When it was my turn to win, everybody just looked at me with evil eye. I remember when I got my BMW. And I was so happy. I pulled up in the neighborhood trying to show people, like, yeah, look, I accomplished something. Yo, everybody that used to stand on the block with me all day long didn't come to the car. They was looking at me like they didn't know who I was. They started looking every which way. I had to jump out. I used to pull up in my BMW. I had to jump out the car to go stand on the block with them. So I realized, yo, why none of y'all want to come take a ride with me or something? It was weird. And now, going through all the things I'm going through, I understand they was envious then, you understand? But at the time, it wasn't clicking to me. Because I've been with these same people my whole life when I was broke. And I ain't know any better running around in the streets. They was all right there with me, talking to me, hee ha ha, laughing. Everything was cool, you heard? They used to always tell me I was funny, and I guess now I was funny. I was being clowned the whole time and they didn't know about it, you know? But my whole life, I've been around certain people. See, when you chosen and you wake up and you realize who you are, it's not cool at all. You're gonna see people for who they are, and sometimes you're gonna wanna unsee it, but you can't. Once you put on those glasses, what Dick Gregory said, once you put on the magic glasses, ain't no going back, you know what I'm saying? Once you see what you see, ain't no going back. And that's the thing. I've been betrayed by people who I love closely. See, my parents been gone, so it's only me and my sisters. They ain't care about me when I went through what I went through. Like, me going through so much in the streets, I already knew when I had got my money up not to share that information with certain people from the streets. But the person I was closest to, my child's mother, she was an op too. She pretty much was stealing from me and doing all. I'm giving you money and you stealing from me. I had it safe. I came back home one day, my safe was broke. It couldn't lock. I'm like, yo, what happened to the safe? And me not thinking she would do that, I never thought, oh, take my money out the safe. You know, slowly but surely, my money was going down. I started noticing certain things. You know, like, people think witchcraft ain't real. When you start forgetting where you parked your car at, start forgetting exactly how much money you got when you just counted it the day before, when you start craving for certain women that you know, like you ain't never really think about her like this, but some reason you just can't get off your mind. These things are real, bro. Like, there's a lot of things that I had to learn, and I learned it the hard way. And once you understand it and you see it, they attack you. You see, right now the cult, they probably think I'm a whistleblower. You know what I'm saying? They think I'm a snitch for telling y'all this. See, I don't look at it like that, because when I was in the streets and I was running with these same people, I never told on anybody. When I caught my crimes, I did my time like a man. When I was around certain people and we got in certain altercations, I stood up and I fought for them. I done picked inherited beefs for other people. When it was my beef, I was always fighting by myself. That's when I started realizing, like, yo, these people don't really care about me. But after you awaken, you're gonna realize they really, really don't care about you. They just cared about your energy the whole time. You understand? There's gonna be a lot of distractions sent your way for you to figure out. They don't want you to figure out what's going on. I don't know what was going on yesterday, man, but they kept spraying my door with some substance. I covered my door, and somehow I woke up in the middle of the night. My whole room was still smelling crazy. I was just like, yo, you know, like, you know, I use air freshener, like incense, but it's like it's just annoying, because like I can't sleep good. I gotta inhale certain smells, and sometimes it make you sit here and it make you think. You come outside into the day and you see these low life people who got nothing better to do with themselves, want to follow you, and it's like sometimes it feels like it's too much. You know what I'm saying? But you know, like, I know God ain't gonna give me more than what I can handle. You know what I'm saying? So even though it feels like sometimes I can't, but I know there got to be a reason why I'm going through this. When I see all these little ads and all these little, like, I be listening to stuff like Carl Jung, and sometimes I wonder if he's telling me the truth, because I've been going through this for a minute, and every time I think I'm getting a break, something happens. Like, even down to getting jobs, sometimes it's going to seem rough. It's going to seem rough, but you got to keep your faith up, because that's the only thing you can do. It's either that or you're going to go back to the people that violated you. I did that twice when I first started this journey. I went back to not to my baby mother, but I went back to my sister's house, and she kicked me out for her boyfriend, kicked me and my son out when I got in an argument with her. When I started telling her about herself, people don't like to know about themselves. They feel like, oh, I got my crib, you in my crib, I could do what I want with you. And it's like, yo, it could be violating you, waking up, they doing all types of. And the thing about this spiritual stuff is they're not doing nothing physical to you. So they mind, they're not doing nothing. But it fucks with your soul. You feel it, you know what I'm saying? It fucks with the inside of you, you know what I'm saying? It makes you feel like, yo, like, I mean, it's crazy, you know what I'm saying? So, you just gotta live your life, man. You gotta live your life to your fullest, man. And when you see certain things, you can't go back to it. But that's what they want. They want you to go back. They want to feel like they got some power. They do little stupid things that really makes no sense, you understand? But they want you to pay it attention. And once you pay it attention, you're giving it your energy. All you gotta do is be prayed up. You see things, don't pay it no mind. Keep faith in God, and just keep moving forward, you know? Because the plan of the enemy is to destroy you, bro. The devil only come to steal, kill, and destroy. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you'll be surprised the devil was the people closest to you, the people that you had the most love for, the people that you would have died for at one point. You know, like my baby mother, like when I first left, I was still letting her see my son. Every time I pick up my son was walking funny. He'll be falling asleep on the ride home. I'm like, yo, this dude just slept before he came here. Why is he always going back to sleep? Like, but if I take him somewhere after he go to sleep and we come back, he be up talking, chilling. So I started realizing certain things. I started praying and asking God, show me a sign. And then God kept giving me a sign. And certain friends that I had to stop going around. Like I had a job when I first left. I used to bring him to one of my homeboys' crib, thinking he's cool. He was an older head that I used to know, you know. And I would come back, he always be playing the game, but yelling at the top of his lungs. I'm like, yo, why he don't be doing that when it just be me and him in the house? You know what I'm saying? So I prayed one day. And I was like, yo, God, if my son is not supposed to be here, show me a sign. I dropped him off over there and went to work the next day. When I went to go pick my son up that day, I can't make this up. The dude had a TV that was mounted on the wall. The whole TV fell off the wall. There's a big hole in the wall. And he's sitting there looking at the phone, tapping his fingers on the table, bobbing his head, listening to a rap song off the phone. Mind you, this dude's like 50 years old, you heard? So I'm looking at him like, nah, son, about this ain't right. Then I thought, it's like me asking God to give me a sign came in my head. And I saw him. I was like, oh, I'm just looking right through this dude. I'm like, oh, this dude fronting right now. This thing is a facade. He just tapping. This is to throw it off like he really listening to this music. Like, you know what I'm saying? I started to realize, you know, the further you get along, you realize they be doing little hand magic, little feet magic, all types. Or they want you to think that's what that is, but you'll start noticing a whole lot. And you start seeing things for what it is. And the thing is, it only works when you're not aware. When you're not aware, this thing works on you, you know? But once you're aware, it don't work. So you can't be walking around here paranoid when you see everybody in the world doing it, because you're still moving in fear. They want you to operate in fear. You're supposed to operate in your power. Operate, you know, God don't give you fear. He only give you love. He give you power, you know? So when you see people move their foot, you see people do cartwheels and all the little other, whatever they, backflips, you know what I'm saying? I'm being funny at that point, but yeah, they be doing a whole lot though, you know what I'm saying? And when they do that, you can't really give it no attention, you know what I'm saying? Like, it took me a while to realize that, because when I was coming up, like, especially when I first started waking up, I used to walk down a block. I was in Brooklyn, and I kid you not, every block I walk down, there'd be about 5 to 6 people start pointing in the air, start looking. I'm like, yo, what the? I was confused. Like, I was really confused. I had to get up out of Brooklyn. I was like, nah. So I got my sons in them after dealing with that for like a year. I got my son, got my stuff, and I left Brooklyn, right? Before I ended up going back. And when I got to the small town, they had a different agenda. Over here, that you get gangster. That's where they follow you. They be having dogs every time you want to. Yo, yesterday, I went to go make my food. I can't make this up. I turned the water on. I start smelling shit. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? I'm like, I start looking around like, yo, what is this? So I put my nose down by the water, and I'm like, oh, nah. I don't know what they did to the faucet. I don't know what they did to the pipe. But yeah, I started smelling shit, you know what I'm saying? Word. So I'm like, I can't even eat that. I had to turn the pipe off and get some water to cook with, you know what I'm saying? But this is the little things that they do. And when they do things like that, they running your money dry too. They'll charge you more than what they charge other people for things in the store, just because you chose it. They want to keep you broke. They want to keep you in a state of need. They don't want you to have your own, you know? And they send these little people, I don't even know if they people, right? They send these things that walk by you and just ride you all day long. You know what I'm saying? So you'll be walking, and you just won't really know what's going on. You just see the same exact people every day just walking around you. It's like these zombies, you know what I'm saying? Like the living dead. Like Walking Dead, that series. Like, you don't need a TV to see that once you awaken. You're going to see it, and it's going to, you know, at first, it's going to have you in your mind like, yo. After a while, you start realizing, man, these niggas, they excuse my language, you start realizing these people are crazy, you know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is, you know what I'm saying? So, being chosen ain't easy, man. Like, I don't know who this is for, but I know there's someone out there that's going through it, and they don't really know what they're going through. Just understand, you're going through this because you're a child of God. It's gonna be rough before it get easier. It still ain't get easy for me, I'm not lying to you. But I felt like I have to put my message out there, you know, because if they try to do something to me, because the only way they're gonna stop me is if they stop me, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I gotta put my message out there, you know. I see what's going on. There's a whole hate campaign. So it's a gang of weirdos. And the thing is this too, before I finish up, like, sometimes it's like God allows certain things to work. I don't know why, but I guess to make you see certain things. Like one day somebody was walking in front of me. He came talking to me. I had a little attitude with him. He walked past me, started moving his hand all funny. And later on, my hand was hurting, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what that was about, but, you know, I prayed it off and I was good afterwards, but it be temporary. I think he's just doing it so I could see and understand exactly what these things are. And this explains why so much people is mad at me, because I could see things and I could interpret things that the most of the world can't. So certain females that be doing certain things to dudes, I see it all the time now. You know, so when they see, I don't say nothing because it's not my place. When I see a female and dudes, now if I see a dude and he look like he in stress and he in need or something, I might say something, or I should say something. But that's probably why when I see the females now, they turn their face up at me. They used to love me. I don't know what happened now, you know. They don't really like me anymore. They see me, they be stone facing me, looking away from me. I be like, damn. You know what I mean? I'm like, yo, when I do get myself together, how I'm gonna get a woman, I don't even know around here, man. Just run into a good one, like, man, they don't come that much. And so you do got a good woman, like a real good woman. If you out here treating her wrong, you playing yourself, bro. That shit don't come around here every day, man. These women out here right now, let me tell you something, bro. They Eve, bro. They really Eve, like they descendants of Eve, you heard? I ain't gonna lie, you heard? So, because at the end of the day, man, if you chosen and you don't know, or you just figuring out, and you wondering what's going on around you, you're being spiritually attacked, man. But nothing's gonna happen to you if you pray. You might feel a little sun here and there, but you just gotta pray and keep your head up and keep going. You know what I'm saying? So, till next time, y'all be easy, man. Y'all be safe out there, you know what I'm saying? I'm checking out.